Welcome back. In my last puzzle solving video, I came across a position after the puzzle was solved that I wasn't sure that I could win. That doesn't usually happen in puzzles. Usually you end up a piece or checkmating or almost checkmating, that sort of thing. But in this one, I wasn't even up a piece. I was just up a couple of pawns. And today in this video, I want to practice that position against a couple of bots of varying strengths to see how well that I do, to see if I can actually win that position or understand why I'm winning. The puzzle in question was this one here, which if you click play, the opponent puts their bishop here on b2. And if I remember correctly, I'm supposed to take this pawn. The queen's going to come out protected by the knight. So I have to take the queen. The knight's going to take back. But then that puts their knight and bishop on these two squares where I can push this pawn to fork them. However, they're going to take the piece that's protecting that pawn, which is this knight. And I'm going to have to go ahead and take that bishop. And I think that was the end of the puzzle. But just to confirm, let's go ahead and do this. I think I take that pawn, then I take the queen, then I push this pawn, then I take their bishop. Okay, that was the end of the puzzle. And if I'm not mistaken, what's going to happen next is they're going to pull this bishop back. Then I'm probably going to take that pawn. They're going to have to get their knight out of the way. And what I came up with to convince myself that I was ahead here was the fact that my opponent has 3 separated pawns because their c-pawn's going to be gone. And all my pawns are all together in, 2 different sets. But my opponent is completely developed, or almost completely developed, right? Once they get this bishop back here and this knight out, they've got all 3 of their minor pieces developed. It's going to be pretty easy for them to bring this rook over and get that c-pawn of mine. And then I figured they could probably hide their king behind it. While they're doing that, I'm going to have to develop all 3 of my minor pieces. Remember, this bishop's not going to be here. It's going to be back there. I still will be able to castle, but my opponent has open lines for their rooks. This other rook that's over here, will also be on a semi-open file. So anyway, I'm going to take this position and practice it against a bot. One of you pointed out that I don't have to copy this and go to the analysis board because there's a practice versus computer button right down here on the puzzle page. So I appreciate all the helpful tips that many of you have given me in the comments. Let's go ahead and click that. It takes us to the maximum 3200 bot, and of course one of you pointed out that there's a reset button right here. So after I change the bot to one that I actually want to play against, because I'm sure that the 3200 bot, which is basically the strongest version of Komodo engine, pretty sure it could beat me. It would come up with something, even though I'm supposedly ahead about +4 here or +3.5. But I'm going to choose a bot that's lower rated than me, and if I beat that one, then I'm going to choose one that's about my rating, and so on, depending on how much time I end up with. So let's change the bot. I'm going to choose this 700 rated bot to start with. It should be easy enough to beat a 700 rated bot. This is Mina from Iran. Choose that, and now it is my turn. The maximum 300 went ahead and moved that. I could click the reset button down there, but I assumed that Mina would play this move too. Almost anybody would, to save that bishop. So I'm going to take this c-pawn, see what they do. Okay, see, this bot messed up right away. They were supposed to move that knight, not hide this one. So this one, I'm almost sure we can win. I'm just going to promote with check here, and they'll take back. And then I've got to get some of these other pieces out. I'm going to start with this bishop so that I can castle. Okay, that was probably a mistake. See, I've made a mistake right away as well. All right, good for me. I'm going to get my rook out of danger, and now I can no longer castle on that side. I do get a free bishop, though. And I'm going to get the pieces out on the other side and take the free pawn, get this knight out. And maybe I can castle over here after. Do I need to save the bishop? It's defended right now, so let's castle. Take the knight. Not sure I need to worry about that pawn just yet. It's too bad I can't put my knight there right now, but maybe I can move it over here and then go there. No, I cannot. But what can I do? I can put this bishop right here and aim for that rook. Do you think that'll work? Think I could maybe check and then win their other rook for the bishop? No, I don't know if that's a good idea, because when I check, they could take the knight, and then when I... Wait, no, if they take the knight, then I get the rook for free. And if they just move out of check, and I take the rook and they take my bishop, then I get away with the knight somewhere, like over there, maybe, and come out this way. You know what? I'm going to try it. Oh, they did take. Okay, so I should get the rook for free, then check down here and trade off a rook. I'm up 9 points of material. I think that ought to work. I think they had to block with the rook because they couldn't get out of check this way. So let's take there, get this bishop out of here, check here, and we'll pick off a pawn in the process, and another pawn. Oh, I just realized they could have gone there. That was a mistake. Oops. Well, let's get the bishop out of danger. I will check here and pick off this pawn, and check here, and check here, and get that pawn. And then we can just bring our king and checkmate this spot really quick. Even though I clearly made a couple of mistakes in the process, That bot has gone all the way to the end. I'm going to trap it on the back rank, and we'll see how long it takes us to checkmate this bot. Shouldn't be too long now. I'm just going to bring my king. Or wait, should I checkmate with the bishop? And then it has to come this way. Come here and see where it goes. And this is going to be a check from the bishop, and then this is checkmate. All right. Well, that took me 50 moves, but I obviously made a couple of errors that the bot didn't capitalize on. Let's reset the position. But first, let's switch bots. I'm going to change the bot to a bot around my rating level. Let's say 13 or 1400. 1500 might be able to beat me. I don't know. We'll see. How about let's just say 1500. Wendy from Canada. Choose that bot and reset this position. Okay. See, this bot I think also made a mistake on the very first move. The other bot I had let maximum make the first move. But then after I took that pawn, it hopped the knight back. But this one just gave up the bishop. Pretty sure I should take it. I'm going to take it. And do I want to develop this in castle? Let's see if I can develop this. Where's that going? It's going for this 4. Oh, it's going to get the rook no matter what I do. Wait, did I already mess up? No, I can defend that pawn with the knight, I think. And then castle? It's castle. Still aiming for that, but I can get this knight out. I mean this bishop out so that the rook can move. Let's get the bishop out to here. Oh. Well, they took a pawn, and I only have one legal move, so I'm going to make that legal move. Good grief. Okay, Wendy here is pretty strong, at least in my, from my experience. But now I can move the bishop because it's not pinned anymore. Where do I want to go with it? I don't know. It's not safe. That's not safe. I guess h6 is kind of safe, but feels trapped. It's not safe. That's not safe. I guess I can go all the way to b2 with it and then come out this way. How about that? It's on an entirely different diagonal. Now they're coming after a different bishop. That one, I guess I could save by going here, but then they can attack it with another knight. It's also defended. I don't want to come threaten their rook because that leaves this pawn empty. You know what? Let's protect that bishop this way. Okay, they've moved their king over. And I think I need to move this c pawn so I can move my a knight whenever I need to. Okay, now I can move the a knight. Let's go here, threaten the rook. Okay, they've given me the rook, but let me check here. Are we getting checkmated? That's not checkmate because I'll take it. But they do have 2 pieces aimed at the bishop now, but I have 2 defenders on it, and I'll still have a rook on the back rank. So I'm going to take their rook. Oh, they decided to go for this after all. Wait, if I take it, is that checkmate? I think this bot has checkmated me. Can I stop that? I guess I have to defend the pawn. Okay. I mean, not the pawn, but the square. Okay, and then they've taken my knight. I figured that they would. Ow. Well, now that I'm defending that pawn, or the f7 square, should I bring this rook over to pin that knight to their rook, or not? Or no, now I should take this knight. Okay. Oh my, I almost didn't notice that I could just take that knight. I have to remember to keep guarding this, though, because if they go there and I'm not guarding that square, I've been checkmated. Okay, but I am going to bring this rook over to aim at their rook. Okay, they've run away with their rook, but now they're aiming 2 pieces here. All right, well, Wendy hasn't beaten me just yet, but it sure feels like she's about to. Or it. I don't know if bots prefer it or he or she. I have no idea. I guess I could ask them, but these bots don't respond when I ask them questions, so. I guess they're going to get that pawn. Can I stop that? Wait, yes, I can. I can bring this rook up here. Why don't I do that? Okay, that rook has come up 1 for some reason. Now I should pressure this knight and see if it'll go somewhere. Okay, it went back. Good. I think that's good. That pawn's undefended. Is it time to bring this bishop around and aim this way? Well, not down there because their knight's defending that, but can they defend this pawn? Sure they can. They can bring a rook up. What if I bring this rook over and then bring the knight down? Let's try that. Oh, they've given me the pawn, but they're aiming for this square. I can't take the pawn because then they fork me and get my other rook. Oh my goodness. Okay, what about this bishop here? Oh, you know what? I'm going to trade off. That knight's getting really annoying. And I'll take this pawn now. Okay, let's check and find another pawn. And then another pawn, I think. And, oh, very nice. Let's, can we just defend that pawn? Okay. And check. Where are they going to go? They're going to go in there. All right. Let's see. Should I start advancing that one? Or should I try to get a rook around here first? Well, you know what? Let's see if they want to trade off their rook right here. I don't know if they do or not. They did not. Okay. Now I should be able to get a rook behind that pawn. And I think I'm okay. Advance that pawn. Oh, they're running around. Okay, let's stop that. Oh, they checked me. That was scary. Okay, advance the pawn, I think. Now they're going to check me. I'm going to come toward them. Oh, this is getting scary. All right. I'm going to advance the pawn again and put my rook right here. And then I'm going to check them and win their rook. Check. Discover check. Let's take that rook. Take this pawn and that pawn. Oh, wow. I should have checked on that one. That was probably pretty close to stalemate. I think they only had the 2 legal moves. Let's check. And if I save this rook, they're going to get that pawn. But if I bring this rook down here to protect my rook, then that's a stalemate because they will have no legal moves because my pawn's guarding that square. Let's not stalemate. If I bring this rook over, they take that pawn. And then I come down and they take that pawn. But then I check them and they have to run away. I think I'll be all right. I just have to make sure they have a legal move. I mean, I could just drop back and then their legal move would be coming toward me. And then I can bring the other rook and they can go back. Let's do that. Okay, now I'm going to protect this rook and they can always go back up. But I'm going to check them here and force them over to the G file where they have running room. My rooks are protecting each other and now I think that's all they can do right now. Let's get a queen and then check and mate. Okay. I'm not going any higher on this. Not only have I used a bunch of my time, but also Wendy felt really tough at the beginning. I want to go back, go to the analysis board and go back to the beginning here. See, I don't think that was the best move. Yeah, it was only -3.5 and the best move was bringing the bishop out of danger to h4 or b2. But that puts me up at nearly -5. That was right, but I want to find out where my mistake was because I missed something here. I should have developed the light squared bishop to e6 or g4. I get that one then, but I got the other bishop out and they came charging in here. Was knight to a6 good? Okay. Where was my mistake? I know I made one. Rook to g1 was among their best moves and it was not my best move to castle. I should have played bishop to e6. And the engine expects that they would then give up the knight for this pawn. I think that's because my bishop over here is hanging. But instead I castled. Okay, I'm still at -4. Rook to c1 felt pretty good, and I should have moved the king over now or checked them. Okay, so how bad was bishop to e6 here? Not that bad. It was their best move to check me here, and my only move to go over. That was good. Rook to g8. Oh, I should have moved this rook over now or moved the bishop now. But playing that was not bad. Okay, and that was not bad. Oh, I should have left it there. Stockfish says I need to put one of my rooks on e8 and leave that bishop alone. But it says that they would not take it. I have to know why they wouldn't take the bishop. Am I setting up like a checkmate or something? Okay, it says the a rook is better. Let's say I saw that and they took the bishop. Oh, well, they would just take the bishop then because it would be the same evaluation as if they didn't take the bishop. Oh, and now it's their top move. Okay, Stockfish. Stockfish was messing with me. Yeah, it says I should have put a rook here and now it is, nope. Yep, once again, it's saying that they would not take the bishop. But as you saw, after I took the bishop and backed up, it said that was their best move. That's what I would expect them to play. So I don't know why I would move a rook over. I saved the bishop, but that wasn't great for some reason. Knight to f4 was one of their better moves. Now I put a rook on e8, but now I was supposed to play bishop to d6. That's here. Wait, wouldn't they take here then? And I would take back. Okay, so this wasn't great for some reason. Now we're under -3, and they should have taken the bishop. But they instead moved their king over to d1. I don't know why. To get it out of the discovered attack, I guess, because I was thinking of doing this and getting their rook if they had done something else. Rook to e7. Oh, I should have just moved the rook up one. Oh, to guard both of those squares. That's probably because the engine saw this coming a long ways away, and I had no idea it was coming. I just played c6, so I wouldn't have to worry about the rook getting it. And they should have played knight to g5 now, but the bot waited a little bit to see if I would notice. I did not notice. I moved this knight, and now they played knight to g5, even though now knight to e5 is their best move. And it was my best move to take the rook. Okay, so I wasn't mated here. See, right here, I thought I was mated. But they take the bishop, and I only have one move. Or I have to put the king. Oh, I didn't even think of that. But it says that would have been worse. Quite a bit worse. My best move was definitely to move the rook up to protect the pawn. But this would have been worse for some reason. Oh, because they would fork my rooks. Wow, I was in a bad way here. It's a good thing I noticed this. It's a good thing I noticed that that would have been checkmate. Because right now, if I do something like, let's say I played b7, yep, mate in 1. Okay, I was right about that. Oh, I know it wasn't a surprise to you that I was right about that. It was a surprise to me. Playing this game and learning it has so severely debilitated my ego that even when I know I'm right, I still doubt it. Yeah, my self-confidence is shot from having been destroyed so many times in this game. Not this specific game, but the game of chess. So I was not lost here. I saved it by playing here, and then I'm up -5. Okay, so did I ever go down again? -5, minus almost 5. Okay, apparently I played pretty well because all the way out here to move 49, about 10 moves before I won, it never went, less than -5 again. It just kept increasing slowly, -8, -10, and so on until now it says I have a mate in 5. Clearly I did not get a mate in 5. I had to check them on f7. Oh, to keep them from coming up through here, I guess. But instead I took their rook. It's mate in 5 if they play their best move, but they didn't, so I have a mate in 4, but I shouldn't take it. I should check them now. Wait, if I check them, wouldn't they just move over? It says they would go the other way, but why? Why wouldn't they go there and threaten that rook? Oh, because it would come down here and threaten to checkmate them. So they would have to try to get away this way somehow. But I took the pawn. I still have a mate in 5. And I think I took that pawn too. I still have a mate in 5. They played their best move. I did not play my best move. Now it's mate in 10. So the bot came toward this rook. Just to confirm, this would have been a draw, right? Well, Stockfish didn't change here, but this would be a draw. The eval bar still says mate in 5, but where do they move now? They can't take here, they can't go here, 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 or here, and they can't move that pawn. Okay, so I think Stockfish had a brain fart here. The eval bar should have gone to zeros. Pretty sure, but it bugs me when it doesn't help because that's the whole point of using Stockfish. Because it is my turn, and if I had played this, it should be stalemate. Apparently, the analysis board on chess.com does not have the ability to show a stalemate. I thought the eval bar would have dropped to 0, but it did not. Okay, well, I'm glad I noticed that, and instead I played rook to e8, which was my best move. Okay, good. They came toward me. Now I play rook g to g8. Okay, good. That was also my best move. Only move to go back. It was not my best move to check them. I should have moved my king. Oh, I should have gone ahead and promoted now. I didn't think of that until after this, and they moved over. King to g2 is my best move, or g1. It doesn't matter because it was easiest to checkmate with the queen, and so then we did that. Okay. Well, I'm surprised. Several points during that matchup with Wendy from Canada, I thought I was lost. I thought I had messed up and I was just barely defending. Well, not so much with the first bot, but with the second one, I am convinced that I was in a winning position at the end of that puzzle, which is here. Playing against an opponent rated about what I'm rated, I should be able to win that game. If you have any insights, feel free to let me know. Let me know what you're doing to get better at chess, and I might adopt it if it sounds good. Thank you for spending your time here, and I'll see you next time.